Set a daily between message hide. All right. Well, hell, that has to do with anything in life, but I think YouTube was yelling at me. Just, no, I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself, going, we need to get off this whole equality lie that they keep spreading out to. Hey, Xavier, we need to get off this whole lie of equality. No human is equal, and that's to me. We got to start believing this. I myself as an individual, you yourself as an individual, we have our own hopes and dreams and aspirations in life. Do you really want to be like Grumpy? Do you want to be Grumpy's equal, or do you want to be better than Grumpy? You know, I want you to be better than me, right? I mean, so I keep listening to this lie going around that we put it to a social norm that you know you are less than if you are not my equal. Well, I don't want you to be my. I want you to be my better. You know what I mean? I want children to be better than me. I have a set of skills that I've spent 30 years growing, gathering together and building my personal life, right? But in the future, I want you as an individual to expand more. So why would we conclude to equality? You can't be an equal. You can't be subject. That's subjectively just a falsehood. We should want our individual friends or people to be better than, right? Why do we want to put them back into a systematic, just like put a block on them? To me, that's crazy talk. No, I've been listening to these people, and they keep talking about it. I'm like, it makes no sense to me. It doesn't. It's the fact that, as a parent myself, I want my son to be my better. I want him to advance better than I did in life. If I succeed in life, I want my son to succeed 1,000 times more. You, as an individual, should want somebody to exceed 1,000 times more than you. You shouldn't want them to be less than equal to you. You would hope for, the betterment of society. But why do we keep putting this strangulation on humanity that we have to be equal? That, to me, it's insanity. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. I'm at a loss for words here, because I was taught that every person is an individual. We have our own hopes, our own dreams, our own aspirations, our own goals in life. So, even as a lawyer or a doctor, you strive to be who you are in an individual. You don't strive to be that person or that person or that. It makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? For anybody in the chat that's listening. But, if, say you're a truck driver, you strive to be the best individual truck driver you can be, right? Are you going to be better than the next truck driver? No. Are you going to be equal to them? No. You want your skills to be advanced. We should, as a populace, to want the people that we train to be better, right? I don't understand this whole equality thing. To me, it's nonsense. To me, I think it's made a weaker society, that we keep telling men and women that they're less than, instead of building them up and telling them that they can be greater than. We should start telling people they can be greater than I. You know what I mean? And stop telling them that they need to be equal to us. It's insanity. I think that's particularly what's been some of our greatest flaws as humanity, that we keep telling people that they can't be. And it's weird to me. You know what I mean? Oh, Zay, I'm extremely happy. I'm just going on a rant here, like my grumpy rant about. I'm tired of hearing this falseness of equality, because equality doesn't make you an equal. I mean, I know there was this whole thing that they used to call everybody snowflakes, but technically we're all snowflake. We're an individually made as an individual. We are equal to none. We are different from all. And that's what makes us great. It's what makes us special. Quit trying to be like everybody else. Be yourself. Right? I don't understand this whole predicament that we have to be same. Who wants to be same? I don't want to be same as anybody. I want to be my own individual. I want to live my life the way I want to live it. I don't want to live my life the way you live it. And that's just it makes no sense, man. And I keep hearing this every day from people that they keep spewing this nonsense that we need to be same. Why? Why can't we be perfectly perfect as a singular? You know what I mean? I don't get it. I mean, we all have our own individual problems. Nobody has the same problems. Everybody has their own individual bills, their own individual lives, but for some reason we keep hearing this, we need to be equal. Well, you can't make 8 billion people the same. It doesn't work that way, right? There is, exactly, Xavier. Who are you advancing? You're just keeping people down. You're keeping them in a struggle. You're telling them that they're less than. It makes no sense to me. You know, you should tell people to advance, seek the knowledge. Go out and strive to be you. I don't understand why we keep getting stuck on this. Everybody keeps saying that we need to be the same. Why? It's crazy talk. It's mind-boggling. And I hear this from supposed to be educated people, very read people. They push this nonsense that even them and I are not the same. You have a different degree and I have a different degree. Why are we not equals? Not even close to being the same. So to me, it's insanity. I don't understand that. I mean, I could be talking. I could completely wrong. This is just my opinion based on my talking points, but I don't understand why you have a certain group of populace that believes that we should all be equal. It's falsehood. A lot of people try to be equal because they would. Well, then learn from being bullied. Learn that the bully doesn't want you to achieve anything, and learn that, hey, I'm a single individual. And you can't bully me because I'm going to be greater than. Don't be my equal. Be my greater than. Advance in life. Protrude yourself as I can't lose. I'm going to win. I'm going to succeed. I don't understand. I'm lost for words on the whole predicament about people. They spread lies and mistruths. To me, it's getting annoying. It's like they push this fear upon the populace that you as an individual are not allowed to advance and you have to be the same as your neighbor. Well, me and my neighbors aren't the same. My neighbors have something different than I have. So are we equal? No. So where is this equality, this equal band of it's silly talk. It's lies. This is why I should spend less time on the internet, because it puts thoughts in my minds of it's the insanity of everything. It's like, why are you pushing this falsehood? And it is. It's a total lie among humanity. It's all it does is tell your fellow man that they can't advance, that they have to be less than, they're never going to advance, and they're no better than. Well, to me, that's what equality says to me. That if you, instead of you being my better, you have to be my equal. Well, you find me 2 people that are the same, and I'll change my mind. You find me 2 people, 2 humans out of 8 billion people that are exactly the same personality, mentality. They like 100% equal to everything. You find me that person, and I'll agree to that I'm wrong. But at this point, I'm sticking with humans are a complete singular microorganism that they are different in every aspect, and that's what makes humans great. We're different. We should be different. We should be proud about being different. People need to. That's on the dash, but people need to get all over the whole thing about trying to be the same as somebody, and they should try to be themselves. I think that's what we've lost in humanity is we're no longer trying to be us. We're trying to be, So somebody has a better jacket than you. Strive to get a better jacket than them. Do you really want the same jacket? Can you fit the same jacket? That would be the question. You look at somebody, the way they dress and the way they act. Do you really want to be them, or do you want to be better than them? That's where growth happens, in humanity. You have to want to be better than. Don't be my lesser. Don't be my equal. Be my better. You know. I want to start seeing society advance and quit being held back by lies. You know, quit telling people the truths and all that. It's to me, it's crazy. You know, I've worked my whole life to have what I have, and you and I, we have different things. We have different hopes, different dreams, different likes, different. I mean, we might like a lot of the same things. We might do a lot of similar things, but why are we? Yeah, exactly. Why are we trying to force society? That to me, when they bring up the S word, I think when they push the word equality or equalness, I think they're actually trying to push a mental norm where everybody thinks that they are stuck and they're not allowed to advance. And I just my personal opinion that we have bound society in a box instead of allowing them to advance by telling them they can't be greater than, they have to be equal with. Well, how the hell can you be equal with anybody? You know what I mean? It's insanity. Just point blank, You put 80 million Republicans in one room, not one, I mean, they'll have a lot of similar thought process, but they're still going to have their own individual thoughts on how something should be. Same with Democrats. You can put 65 million Democrats in a room, and they're going to fight with each other over. So are they equal? No, they're different. And that's what makes us individually special. It's just, to me, it's crazy talk. Like, if I get on an airplane, I want somebody that wants to achieve in being the best pilot in the world. I don't want somebody that just goes with the social norm that they want an equal. I want to get there alive. You know what I mean? I don't care the aspect of the person's skin color and all that. I don't care about any of that. I want the person that strives to be the best. And you should strive that. You want to force somebody to be their best, not like, no, you can't do that because society says you have to be my equal. Well, hell, I don't know how to fly a plane. So, are me and a pilot equal? Hell no. Exactly, Xavier. If the world, if everybody was born the same, the world would be boring. So why do we keep trying to make the world same? I mean, I just, it confuses me to the deepest pits of my soul that we are trying to force people to be the same. If I had the ability of 8 billion people to be exactly the same, man, that'd be crazy. Your head would explode from insanity. Just I just don't get it. That why we as a society are trying to force everybody to be the same, and this whole falsehood of equality. Because we even know that even in roughly an hour I start my meds. I hope you get better, Yuki. I hope you do. You're gonna take your meds. You're gonna take a nap. You're gonna start feeling better. But even with the younger generation, I feel that we've completely taught the younger generation not to advance in society. That they must stay behind. And then we particularly lie to them that they're not allowed to dream or think outside the box or advance. I'm saying it every day. People can disagree with me, but man, I see it and I hear it every day from thousands and millions of people. Every day I hear it that, our opinions are different. Cool. I have my opinions, you have your opinions. That's what makes life great. Why do we keep trying to hide from that? Right? I don't. I don't get it. It makes me feel crazy when I hear these people going, "Oh, you got to be my say." I don't want to be your equal. I don't. I want to be me. I want to be grumpy as hell. I want to be me. I don't want you to exact my own grumpy. Hey, Oscar, welcome back. I was just talking about you in my earlier live stream, but You know what I mean? It's weird to me. Why? Can somebody explain to me why? Probably not, but I'm still saying, well, it's day two, Yuki. You're probably gonna be sick for 7 days, 7 to 14 days. Just, you gotta let the cycle, do it. So yeah, we can't be happy than be exactly. But still, to the point, I just I like to listen to people's words and their actions and their behaviors, and they always tell us that we're talking about social norms and insanity of social norms and how people want us all to be equal, and you as an individual cannot be equal to another person. It's a falsehood, and we gotta get over this lie. I've been listening to people for weeks, and it's just insanity. You know, we should strive people to be better than instead of being equal than. You know, because in my whole working career, I've always had people push me to be better. I've never told people I have to be the same, and I don't understand why we keep letting these educated, properly read people tell us that we can't advance. Oh, very foolish concerning. It shall pass, Oscar. Just give it some time. It shall pass. It will, yeah, it will come out as a rumbling, grumbly in the tummy. You're gonna have a Pooh Bear here after a bit. But you guys know what I mean, though. Does it make sense to you that the way they talk about society and how I was talking to this guy and he says there's no winners in a war, but as he progressed into the conversation, he wanted us to go to war. Well, then you got to subtract your talking points, your tactics. That to if we can't have war, then we have to find a ground to where there is no war, and we can make people advance. Correct? So yes, people die in war. War is bad, but if the whole point of your war is to for free society, is it wrong or right? I mean, so and at the end, there are winners and losers in war. The aggressor that wants to achieve a point, against people that are wrong. You know, what was the previous stream about? Previous stream was about coffee and chit chat. That was what the previous chat was about. But no, I was watching a whole bunch of YouTubers, and it made me grumpy, and I had to get it off my chest about that. I'm tired of listening to this prolific frickin' insanity that we as individual humans are equal, and we're not. My fiance just texted me saying, "Do you have to hire?" And he always makes crap. Well, there you go. So, do you feel better or worse that he asked you how you're feeling? I mean, but I don't know. I just to me, it's coming to a conclusion over life that we're keeping society down and quit making them believe that they can reach for the stars and they can advance their life better and be better people. We keep telling them that they're less than and they're oppressed, and people gotta need to stop feeling oppressed. I mean, you yourself as an individual build your own life. You either have a bad life or a good life. You built that life. My life is different from yours, and that's the way it should be. I mean, I don't understand these people that come out and say that you have to be oppressed. You have to believe that you have somebody better. That you were less than. You're not less than anybody. And we got to get over that whole. We used to be a country of dreamers and builders, and we advanced for the stars, and now we've turned into a society of hate and discontentment, and we have to believe that somebody else is our victor. That's just no. Who would want to think like that? That's you know. And then we keep hearing these things that we gotta keep trying failed theories and philosophies that we know have been proven to be wrong. Why would we keep going back to has a few followers? Well, that's cool, Oscar. I keep getting a whole bunch of weird people on my X that follow me, but they never really say anything. But you know what I mean, though? I mean, why can't we go back to a society of dreamers and believers? Why do we keep saying that we have to be equal? What you can't be an equal. It's physically impossible to be same. I mean, that's a spout of insanity. Well, quit breathing so hard. Short intake breaths once in the nose, out the mouth, because the 60s and 70s are over with, my friend. They don't have to be, though. See, that's the problem, is we keep saying that something's died. We allowed it to die as a society. We have allowed ourselves to believe that we can't be different, that we're not allowed to be, we're not allowed to be individually different, right? You know, I mean, I'm not the same as my grandpas. I'm not the same as my dad. I'm not the same as my brothers. I'm not the same as my friends. I'm an individual. I have my own hopes, my own dreams, my own wishes for life. I mean, which is totally different than everybody else. But my favorite app, right now, YouTube, because I'm trying to make money off it. So YouTube is my favorite app. So YouTube gods, if you're listening, like, strike down the good fortune upon Grumpy's hangout, and let's see the wealth and fortune. Let's hit 1 million views, and we'll advance in society. But you know what I mean? No, it's just I listen to a lot of people, and they're crazy talking their insanities. It's like, is there only one God? Because according to all biblical scriptures, there's thousands of gods. Even in the Torah and the Christian Bible, there's multiple gods and multiple angels and multiple adversities. So I don't know what to tell. Even in Hindu and all, I mean, 30-some thousand religions, there's always been thousands of gods, not a singular God. But, well, there is one particular powerful of almighty gods, and then you have thousands of individual little tiny gods. So, I mean, that's just kind of, that's not my opinion. That's their opinion. That's their writings. So, well, actually, there's more than one devil too. So it's just all in your biblical belief, because each religion has their own formality of a devil, and who is the right devil, who's the wrong devil. So, and he was a cast out. He was a cast out. So, in all biblical teachings of any, the devil always tends to be the cast out, because he believed to make everybody equal and same. And the gods always wanted you to be an individual and seek for greatness. So, I mean, there's exactly, Yuki. I think that's where I get stuck in this whole. It doesn't make sense to me that people say Jesus is God when He's not. So the aspect of Jesus being God is, Jesus himself says that He wasn't God. He was like God, and He inspired you to be spiritual and enhance development. And you are the vessel of God, because we're created in God's image. Therefore, even you and I are like God, but we are not God. That's what Jesus partaken in His teachings, that you yourself are an individual that can be, right? So, I'm so glad Sheridan's such a happy guy today, you know. Hey, let him tweak, man. The more he comments, the more it puts me out in the algorithms. It's okay. I'm gonna let him troll today, because I need to get pushed up in the algorithms, get more viewers. So he can go nutty all day long. It's okay for me. But in that aspect, yes, there's multiple gods, multiple demigods, multiple demons, multiple angels. It's just it's all how you study it to the. Been here since day one, by the way. I know. I've been I've been glad you're here. I like when you come here and harass me. I mean, when I get 1 million viewers, I'll probably just like time him out when he goes crazy, but right now, as long as he's not being belligerent to the chat, I'm gonna let him hang around because he's not so bad, or she's not so bad. But you know, it's just I don't care what people say about me, but if they start attacking, well, hell yeah. But if they start attacking people in the chat themselves, that's when I'll have to pull the "you've been a bad child" and give them a few minutes to think about their process in life. You know, but yeah, as long as you're being cool with the rest of everybody in chat, I'm cool with it. Just don't be an a-hole. You know, that's the way I look at it. Everybody should kind of try to get along, and we're not going to agree on everything. Even in the chat, you can see that. Hell yeah, I support ice, man. I like ice in my whiskey, and I like ice on my borders, and I like ice in my airports, and I like to enforce our laws like every other country. I like terrorists being arrested and not blowing up cities or killing people. I mean, it's kind of, if you're against laws, then that's your own personal insanity. We as a society have agreed and voted upon and come to the conclusion that there's bad people in this world, and we need an agency that stops the bad people. That doesn't reflect or take away from us; it takes away from them. So, I mean, it's just common sense, man. There's what 196 countries in this world. You can't illegally trespass in those countries. So if you think you can just come to America illegally and trespass, you're in. Even the Bible says don't trespass. You know. So I have played GTA 5. I'm really good at it. I like blowing up cars and flying planes. So I mean, that's another thing that drives me insane. That people don't live in reality. We need to get people out of the land of make believe and give them the oh wow, that's funnier than hell. So I'm off my rant about people's insanity, but that's just still to my point though that you know we got to get over that crap that we are not equal, that where there's no equality. That's the biggest lie ever fed to humanity. That all right, Xavier, thanks for coming by, dude. Come back later. You know what filter? I have no filters, man. If I had filters, I wouldn't be an individual. I think my filter is on. It is. Or it keeps me from. Are you talking like one of those weird like apps where I change everything like I'm underwater? You know. I'm a potato. I want to be a potato. Hold that thought. I gotta go yell at goats. Yuki, you're in charge of the chat for like 30 seconds. What? Each time he leaves, the SUV phone goes up. Well, I lost my phone holder, so it just sits on my steering wheel. And my tripod's broken, which I need to fix. And so my phone will just, have its drastics in life. And but, you know, we live in a weird world. What kind of car do you have? I have my car. What kind of car do you have? Your car? Probably. Why, do you want the same car I have? Here, I got to put in a charge. And you were in charge, Yuki. No, it's beautiful outside, Oscar. Nice and warm today, sunny. Or are you talking about there's a storm outside your house? Keep this. I've had enough rain and cold weather to last me for a couple months. So I know that one for sure. But I am. It's nice to have sunshine. And finally, I'm thawing. You know, I know my car temperature gauge has been lying. I know this morning earlier it said it was only 38 degrees and it was way warm. Oh, it's 62 right now in Eastern Washington. My car was being silly, but what do you do? I don't know. Can you give me a pass? A PS? Why? I think we had this argument once before that when I hit it big, I'll buy you a PS5. Tell them no, ain't gonna happen. Because even though you're my favorite troll, it's not gonna be today. I'm not. I'm doing this for free. This is my own personal time I come on here. I'm not one of the big guys to get paid for YouTubing. I'm still trying to get to that. You go find me 500 more subs, right? Come over to Grumpy's channel and get me all subbed out so I get monetized. We'll talk about a PS5. How about that? So you go hunting and go find me some peoples. Go get my peeps. Tell them to engage. You and I will have this made. Oh, we didn't do too bad on the last. We didn't do too bad on the last live though. We had 212 watching. We still got people watching, and hell, we had over 900 comments and like 1,000 likes. We did pretty good on the last one. So 75 for some light snacks. Money is crazy. Every day, but we've kind of allowed that to happen ourselves, though. We've allowed things to get expensive. And I got thinking about it the other day, going, we're never going to go back to 1990s or 1980s prices again. We're pretty much stuck in an overgrowth, so we're going to have to learn how to live in modern day society. Because some of these people out here, you can't trust what they believe, and they believe if we just keep raising costs and prices that the world's going to be better. Hey, Brian. Some apple crisps and got 2 loaded. Very nice, Brian. Very nice. And you didn't share with the group. That's kind of rude, But it is what it is. We'll forgive you because you kept it to yourself. Note to self: don't stand up. Yeah, don't stand up. You get vertigo and you fall over and start getting blackouts. Do you know what the back room was, Grumpy? Do I know what your back room is? No. I know what my back rooms are, but I don't. Dude, I'm extremely happy. Thanks for telling me. I know you got the hots for Grumpy, and you want me to be that way, but no, that's not the way I stroll, my friend. But more power to you. Oh, you like me. You like the sausage, Brian? That's cool. No judgment. What up, local ham dealer? God, I'm hungry for ham. What kind of hams you got what kind of hams do you sell, local ham dealer? You got smoked hams, honey glazed hams, like thin slice, thick slice. Trump is awesome. He's the boss of the whole world. I mean, I got caught talking about this guy earlier, and he was like totally against the war, and then in the same sentence that he said that we need to go to war with this other country, it's like, well, are you against the war, or you want to advance to helping out humanity? I mean, because nobody else seems to be wanting to do anything. I got a rare Texas wild. That sounds actually pretty good. Not, I mean, really, I mean, is it like made from wild boar ham or is it like farm raised ham? The back room is a place with an opposite accent. Loops of corridor stairs. You drop markets but alone. Oh, all right, Oscar. Yeah, I don't think we have anything like that here. Now, Brian, all you got to do is just look at them funny and they'll cry. I mean, it's going to be silliness of their in particular. It's about. Mm, I thought it would be like Afghanistan or Iraq, but no. I mean, it's not even the same. Afghanistan and Iraq was a total lie. This is a particular, and that's another thing. So I was watching. So you have all these other side people, and they were like, you know, Iran's not our enemy, but you go back to October 7th of 2024, you'll see all the Democrats talking that Iran is bad and we need to do something about Iran. But now they're like, oh, we went to Iran. Shut up. You know, it's and unfortunately we are NATO, and if a NATO ally is attacked, we technically are responsible. You can't say that about our fellow NATO allies right now that kind of kept their boots off. But I mean, we created this back after World War II that if the little guy was in trouble, we would all come to help, right? I mean, so I think it's time that if the world's no longer going to hold true to their word, it's time to disband NATO and the UN, right? For a ground wave, but that was 2 decades ago. We were doing it again. I don't really think it's true, John. I think that we have a different leadership that doesn't believe in Israel. Israel's a NATO nation, so that's a falsehood. Israel belongs to NATO. The only country that doesn't, one of the countries that we've been spending out billions of dollars is to Ukraine, and Ukraine is not a NATO nation. So, where the F is this? He's right there. Oh, you got called out, man. See, you trolled the wrong person. You started to fight in the chat. See what you did there? I tell you, I was trying to let you be good, and you just pissing off the chat. I told you were going to get yourself into trouble. Use tactics. Nah, we don't need to use that. Iran is running out of liquid H2O. They have a. We need to cut off their fresh water supply, and trust me, they will come to the table. In my chat or in somebody else's chat, RS op or RS official. I've seen you before, but I don't remember seeing you here. But as much as I think we could probably sell glass figurine Iranians. I mean, we still have rules we gotta follow. I could be wrong, but I always thought they were, because they sit at the NATO table and they have a NATO vote. So if they're not part of the NATO they're sure should take away their vote. Then well, quit fighting with people, man. that one's on you. I mean, yeah, because I believe they're one of the 173 countries that they belong to. North Atlantic, bro. They're the UN. No, I'm pretty sure that they're one of our NATO. They're one of the intrigue of NATO since like 1965, unless they've been kicked out. But all right, buddy, it's good to see you. There's no good reason for anyone to be shaving their own holes. No, that's not true, Reba. I mean, some people like to shave their own holes. All right, I could be wrong. I believe you. I'll research, but I'm pretty sure they were part of the NATO alliance. But can you be a mod the way you behave? No. want to be a mod when you can't even behave in the chat? What? No, you're gonna have to be a lot nicer. But even as a UN and UN ally, we're still stuck with, you know. Do we really need mods with 6 people? I mean, seven people, seven people now. Well, I mean, I kind of look at it like this, especially like the the Islamic thing, that there's a lot of them, and they've now, don't let the power get to your head, Yuki. You know that, you know. Oh, so speaking about that. So I was watching this Notre Dame thing. It will be here in the future about how at the end of times that the Islamic armies will rise, and what kind of drugs are you sharing with the classroom? That Islam will rise against the West, and then we will particulate into the last holy war. Hey Juan, how are you doing today? It was actually a pretty good video, about it all. Man, that's not drugs. That's like high school math class. Pot and oxy. That's like just 2 uppers, just trying to get you one be nice to grumpy. What all Juan said was hello. What? And this is why I didn't make you a mod, man. Because you're going off on people that. I mean, I like homemade hooch. My friend makes apple pie moonshine, which is good, which is pretty yummy, and actually has a nice little after kick to it. But well, if you brew it wrong, it can be poison. That's why you dump out the first couple, first or second distilled you dump out, because it's the octane just so tickle you pink. Who's coming after Yuki? Just glitches from the store messing with me. Well, first mod ever in this channel. I mean, she's been here, and she's good company. Imagine going to prison. No, I don't want to imagine going to prison, because I like my freedoms. Well, that's what I'm saying, Brian. I mean, unless you know how to shake it and proof it and count your bubbles, and but I actually want to try a burnt honey mead. Is what I want to try. I kind of believe you. You haven't showed it yet, so let's see where your actions lay, and Bro learned how to ferment. Hey, that's like. So I've been to county lockup, but I've never been to prison. And I met a buddy of mine that keeps going in there. They were making county candies. They weren't too bad. My views are really big on should I be worried. Drink more water. You're probably just over mineral. You probably just have way too much salt in your system. Too much fats. You look like you've been to county stealing water heaters from. No, I didn't go to county for stealing water heaters from Lowe's, but no, that's not why I went to. No, I don't play Fortnite. Do you feel dizzy? No, I feel perfectly fine. I mean, unless I stand up really quickly, then I get vertigo real bad. But I get that from breaking my neck. So, man. Oh, Oscar, Isaiah, welcome back in. No, You guys need to hit the like and share button, my friends, and subscribe. We need more subscribers. We need more fellow followers. No. Oh, Oscar, that is just not right. Come on now. Oh, we got King Jamal. Grumpy, I think I'm famous in the last story. What were you famous about, Zaya? You should elaborate because I'm confused what we're talking about. Or I think I'm feeling famous. I feel like God. Well, don't forget to tell people to welcome in and like, share, and subscribe, Yuki. There's more than just keeping. Why am I in my car? Because I like my car. It has leather seats and it's comfortable, and I haven't set my YouTubing office up yet, my fifth wheel to live stream in. So I actually have a blue screen background. I just forget to keep putting it in to before I go live stream, so people don't feel like they're sitting in my car. But I mean, I have a nice car. What's wrong with my car? Don't you feel like we're traveling? We're just like, we'll just start acting like 100 kids, little kids, and like play car racing and stuff like that. Did she? I'm not worried like that. I drink and drive. It makes me a better driver. Just don't get caught, Brian. Because you know that old song, I fought the law and the law won? That's typically how DUIs happen. So drink responsibly. What's wrong with you? Are you going to say his car is fine, but he's got a good car you can... But you don't need... It's only... well, okay, that is true. It is... Everything is only illegal when you get caught, but it still makes it illegal, man. I mean, that's kind of on that scenario. What? You got me, Oscar. I mean, hell, well, not where I live because we ain't got no cops where I live. But if you go into the bigger cities, cops will pull you over for stupidest reasons. So. I know when I go down to Vegas, I always get a taxi when I'm in Vegas because you never know when you've hit your personal limit and you don't want to walk back to the motel room. Man, I'm bored. Entertain me with your madness chat. I got over my madness chat. I think, we covered it for like 40 minutes. Give me something to be grumpy about, Oscar, and we'll go off that one. Inspire me, man. Give me something to be grumpy about, and hence the grumpiness. I'm sure you got something I can piddle diddle on for like 20 minutes. I'm good at ad-libbing. Somebody time him out for like 30 seconds for being rude. Yuki, time him out for like 30 seconds for being rude. Attacking the El Presidente. Man, I tell you. See, and this is why you can't be a mod, man, because you're being content thing. Oh, man, Oscar, I hate those people. And I got blown about this the other day that, if you're a YouTuber, do your own thing, man. Come up with your own content and quit using other bigger YouTubers. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Why? You're trying to build your channel. You're trying to get your subscribers, your viewers to watch your content. Why do they always use bigger YouTubers' content? You know what I mean? Why do people just like, I don't know, Jelly, poop jokes are funnier than hell. But no, I don't understand. I mean, when I go, like, and I watch my friends that have bigger channels than I am, I go to watch their content, not to, like, steal what they do and all that, but I go just to, I learn what the chat wants, and then I try to add to my channel to build my channel, but not to be same, because, right, you dummies, he posts every day. So I just, you know, I don't know. No, I'm that really why people, and they kind of here on YouTube, they actually kind of get people to actually do the same thing, to copy each other. You'll see 1,000 the same video, people doing the same thing, and I'm like, I don't want to watch. I've already watched it once, and so even YouTube tries to get everybody to be same. Do you get the milk yet? I've been waiting for 25 years. Man, I was wondering what happened to you. I tell you gotta blame it on your mom because she was just evil and I had to run. I'm sorry. We'll make it up though. We'll go fishing someday together, 30 or 301. I'm sorry that I broke your heart. I'm a bad dad. What can I say? Just silly me. Now 301. Now you gotta subscribe for that one. Give me a like because I played along with that one. And America does each side stand for? Oh, between right now the Republicans and Democrats, they all stand for diarrhea right now. That's my philosophy on the game. And I've been a Republican my whole life, but I think both parties are a bunch of diarrhea. So, I can't imagine why, Brian, why you'd be up for 80 hours after that predicament in life. I mean, that's all right, Yuki. But no, Oscar, but you can look at any country's political parties. I think they're all foobar right now, all fighting over the same stupidity. Just to be honest with it, I don't think we're gonna find. Oh my God! I got a grumpy rumpy. Woohoo! I got a follower. Are you gonna get Grumpy Rumper tattooed on you now? Because that'd be pretty awesome. Don't worry. Someday I'm gonna get my own merch and I'm gonna use that now. Grumpy Rumper. That's gonna be one of my big sellers. Grumpy Rumper. It's gonna be on a hat. All right. 3, 1, what? Okay. You people, you're silly. Cracker Rocks tacos. Man, that sounds hard on the teeth. What's up, Penny? Penny Debbie. Since I'm a nickel, you're a penny. Or a dime for your time. Penny for your thoughts, dime for your time, quarter for call. I don't know how that old saying goes. Cracker Rock tacos. That's kind of an interesting name. I kind of like that one. I like people with good nicknames. Whoever said that, not a good. What's your thought on? I don't know. You asked me that once before, and I haven't even looked up it yet. I've really busy day. We're trying. There's a lot of fight and defeatment trying to go on. What is the Deborah? Oh, is that what you're trying to do, Deborah? That's why I got a Yuki to stop things like that. So it's not, because stuff like that will get my channel red flag. So we can't have that kind of conversation. So, I mean, yeah, we gotta watch the discriminations against other people because even though you think it's funny, YouTube does not, and it offends people. So we have to be more, we have to watch what we're saying. Oh, I think I know what. Yeah, she was being weird like that. I'm grumpy, sure, and we won't be. Yuki's doing an amazing job. she's keeping you riffraff in check. But no, Deborah, no. That was not that was a bad bet. That was kind of like that guy earlier. Just nobody likes onions. I like onions. Just fun. Onions go on a lot of things. Just how you cook them, right? But oh, look, I got me a superhero. I got me a Grumpy Rumpy. I like that guy. Why 6-7 has no meanings? We learned that the other, what was it, like the third super live stream I had. We had somebody explain that one to us 6-7. But glassite, why? No, because we glassite ran, we can't get the oil. We kind of still need the minerals, and there's like 89 million people in Iran that are good people. I mean, if you glass a million of them, that's okay. But you know, we can't just be committing war crimes and crimes against humanity. Even though it sounds fun, we still gotta. What is theft too? So I explained. Did you? Did I miss that part, Oscar? You're gonna make me go back in the chat. The chat was going crazy. But I'll go back and read later. Trump sent from Jesus. I think Trump was sent from Frank Trump, but I think he's doing the job that he feels necessary to do. Apparently 6'7" was because of a basketball player that was 6'7", and a bunch of young kids made it into a meme, and it just kind of gone crazy. But so see, and there you go again, Zay. Just getting the fights with the chats again. So. Yeah, I think it was Oscar that explained 6'7" the other day. Thank you, Oscar. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's just kind of. Hey, John Smith, where's Pocahontas? There's a story that they lied to. That John Smith was never with Pocahontas. They need to fix that in the history books. Go back and change that whole entire cartoon, because that was a complete misconception of life. That old John Smith married Pocahontas. Never happened. No. So after that, ways too much to do impossible for the next 24 weeks. Can I get a VR and some stuff in 2 weeks? Or no, bro, that was the last time you did not get the headphones lined up. What are you talking about, Goofy Songs? You're buying me a VR? I mean, that's pretty awesome of you. I appreciate you. So my game is a scam, and it is, and I think GTA inside the songs. All right. They kind of is here on the West Coast, Brian. What you doing, dog? I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. It's going crazy. Hey, Frankie, welcome in. But damn, you got a crystal in 2 minutes and change the color of your feet. What's wrong with the color of my feet, man? You can ask me any questions you want, Frankie. I like questions. I might have answers, or I'll try my best on answering your question. But yeah, you can ask any question you want to be or want to. Yeah, that works. Could you say he in the same? Could you say MS he in the same tone? I don't know. Can you? Do you have a cup of mustard? I, I do have a cup of mustard, but it's going to be really hard to give you a cup of mustard, Frank, when we're probably don't live in the same area code. So I don't think that's going to work too well, my friend. But do blind people see dreams? Yeah, blind people see dreams because dreams are neurological. They have nothing to do with sight. So it's all imaging. So can you say tug? So, no, I can't. But I'm sure I can see you just did those goofy songs. So what kind of music do you make? Goofy songs are like humorous, or they like evil songs? Is that a kitty cat clown? Is that what you got going on? How would you describe the red color to a blind person? In touch. If I was going to explain red or blue to a blind person, I'd explain it in touch and a feeling and emotions. Because you can see color without sight. You can feel expressions without sight. You know, so. Oh, do you know Yuki? Are you? I mean, so there's a lot of you can explain anything, just how you want to try to, you know. Everyone knows that. Oh yeah, what's your name? What's your name, Oscar? Who's the special lady that you're visiting? I made the song called "She's a Minor and I'm a Freshman." I think. Uh, what's his name made that song? Having a brain fart here. Tittle Tattle. What's his name? He was a singer in the 80s and 90s. He was on Do Fishies Drink Water? I probably. I mean, they're in water. Why wouldn't they drink it? But oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts. I can't think of the guy's. He was on American Got Talent, but my capacity American Act now. And vote like crazy during the midterms because we're in the middle of battle. So go out in mid-November, vote MAGA like crazy because we got to hold the grounds. Goofy songs, it's time he bet. I mean, I got $1. What are we betting on? Or we're talking like Black Entertainment Theater. What are we talking about? Goofy songs? Oh, I voted 13 times for Trump. Yeah, I've made that stipulation. I was getting this guy was just driving me nuts. I'm like, yeah, I got like 30 illegals to go vote for Trump. Paid him good. So DX. Why are you yelling, Fair? How do you describe the taste of chicken to a vegan? You shove a chicken in their mouth? I mean, that's just. Well, that's one thing I've always loved about. That's one thing I've always loved about vegans is they try to make everything taste like what they don't want to eat. So, Isaiah, well, I mean, why would you, if you're vegan, why would you want something to taste like chicken or beef or pork? You think you'd want it to taste something different than not. I don't know. So that's always been a weird thing to me. Why vegans want something that tastes like meat, but they don't want to eat meat. So that's kind of an oxymoron. I think that you want to. I like beef too. Beef is pretty yummy stuff. I like pork and chicken and fish But you know what I mean? No, that kind of. Well, we've timed him out a few times. He's our friendly little. Um, he's our daily troll. We just let him tinkle around as long as he's not being bad. So, but that's why I got Yuki. She got my back. we know, man. You're our friendly daily troll. But no, I mean, ask me a question. Well, that's what kind of question do you want us to ask you? I mean, kind of how that one rolls. I mean, no, but you know what I mean. Why do vegans want to everything that they don't want to eat taste like meat? Yep. Wait. What are we waiting on? Grumpy songs. Wait a minute. We're waiting. We're holding on. We got it. We're holding. For sure. Spam that kid. Oh, I think right now spamming's kind of isn't really that bad though, because it boosts up me into the algorithms, right? I mean, as long as you can spam, but kind of change the words, we might get timed out. You probably are. Who give a Well, apparently you did because you said it, you know. But, hey, Oscar. I don't care if you spam, but like change the words as you go. Therefore, we're building the chat up. We're getting on the algorithms. Just say like 10,000 different words. It's okay. Just, you better be scared. Yuki's gonna get you again. She's gonna put you back in timeout again. Because you just can't behave yourself. She's gonna squanch you. But you know, see, she got you again. And she's on. Wait, yeah, he keeps getting squashed, so he can spam for a long time. Oh, unless he's really fast on his phony phone. I mean, hell, Mike's girlfriend, she could type like 1,000 texts a minute. Oh, there it comes again. I'm so soon, sadly. I'm going soon. Why are you leaving, Oscar? I'm probably not far behind you. I got to start dinner here in a little bit, anyways. But I had a grump I wanted to share with the chat, and then come on and I shared my grump, and so, but we're gonna do so. It's just where that one is on that one. So you lagging my phone? Why am I lagging your phone? Are you? That's cool. I think you already said that, Brian. We have we hold no angers against anybody for being indifferent and being there. I mean, we got no judgment here. Just don't be a Democrat. Are you leaving us two goofy songs? I mean, yeah, because over where Oscar's at, you smoke fat. I don't think I can say that word, but you know, because I'm kind of still in America, so they might get me. They might hit me for that one. But you put sticks in your mouth and you blaze them up. How the hell is Brian? I don't know. Who's Brian? Oh, that's Brian Z. Yeah, Siggy's, the F word, Of course, that's one thing I don't understand about England right now, and this is my personal opinion. I mean, they have all these cool words that are protected under King's English, right? And now they're like putting you in jail for using proper King's language. So I'm still confused on how their parliament is trying to get away with that one. Are you a Democrat, Goofy Song? Why would you be such that kind of person? Ugh. That's like diarrhea of the mouth, my friend. No, I'm kidding. I have Democrat friends. It's fine. Just don't be a far leftist weirdo, I guess. Unless you have to be, then I don't know what Democrats are, but I'm a labor, probably. Oh, well. I think in most political stance, you either have a right political stance or a left political stance. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican because each country has a different. Of course, like Canada has like 6 or 9 different parties, something like that. But so I have to explain to my ex that I can't answer the phone because there you go, Yuki. Are you still talking to him? I figured you would have frickin' blocked him by now. But it is what it is, I guess. You should post gaming content, but I don't play gaming stuff, Goofy. So I know everybody keeps telling me I should go on Twitch, but you know, I, that's all right, Oscar. We won't hold judges. We won't hold judgment against you. No, but no, I've been told I should go on Twitch before, and I don't know why I would go onto a video gaming site to spew grumpy nonsense. Because I mean, maybe if I play a video game or something. Oh, I if you find me more viewers, I'll make you a mod. But right now we got one super mod, and she's doing pretty good. So I make 6,000 per. That's pretty awesome, Brian. It's pretty good. You timed out shirt, and there will be a problem. I already timed him out for 24 hours, so he had over. I gave him a chance, and he kept being silly bean. So I gave him. I timed him. I can't now. I already timed him out. You have to wait till tomorrow when he comes back and trolls a little bit more. I gave him a chance earlier to, words in America are rude and Britain and vice versa. That could be true. I think people just take everything, try to be offended by words, and if you use words in their proper content, then you can't really find a. Yeah. As much as I'd like to show Kelly's comment, it'll probably get me in trouble. But all right, you stupid thing. Fine, whatever. Like a fancy what is it? What's a fan? Oh, like a fanny pack? That's just something you wear around your waist, man. How's that offensive? I had a fanny pack in the '80s. Do they call them something different in England? Unlike unsub. Well, all right. Sometimes you have to keep your channel from getting squashed by YouTube. So there's some things you have to hold off on bad language and inappropriate language. It's just what it is. I mean, we can agree to disagree, but there's just what it is, my friend. So I don't know. I mean, he's going to go to another channel. They're gonna tell him the same thing, that we're on here to make content, not to make everybody happy. So, but. I don't know, Oscar. Just. So, well, buy me a PC. Why don't you buy me a PC? There, goofy songs, and I'd have my laptop, and we could do more content and show videos and things. Because I gotta buy my own laptop so I can advance the show a little bit more. We're all in the same predicament here. I think that's what it is. After one of their, I'm gonna let that one come back out. So, but what do you do? You're gonna report me. What are you reporting me for, there, Brian? Because somebody put you in timeout for saying something inappropriate? All right. Well, that's what it is, I guess. I mean, we all have rules we have to obey by and stuff. So, you know, I don't know. But I gotta go make dinner. But like I always say to everybody, if you can't be happy, let's stay grumpy together. It was always a pleasure, my friends, and I'll see you another time, another day, another channel.